Round 2 of the FQPL 2 Women's brings us to Toowoomba as Clive Burkoffer Stadium is the stage for the ladder-leading Brisbane City, who will face off against Southwest Queensland Thunder. Whilst it is early doors, both sides came away with the 3 points last weekend, as goal difference is all that separates the two at the top of the table. Robina City plus Virginia United make up the 4 teams on 3 points at the top of the table, with their tally in round 1. Whilst it is the beginning of a long campaign, the dream start is on the line for both teams this afternoon as we turn our attention to the lineups. As the home team this afternoon will start with Elizabeth Holliott in goals. Ashley Paravancini will partner the captain for this afternoon, Ebony Kidd, in defence. The 2 goal scorers from last weekend in Lucy Major and Lauren Spreadborough will line up in the middle of midfield, as it is Abby Lloyd who is named to start up top after coming off the bench last weekend. The visitors today have named Sunderland, who will wear the 1, as her defensive counterpart Willow Lucana will start in the centre back position. Jessica Dillon and Lainey Freya once again make up the midfield, as Stephanie Latham will be on a hunt for more goals after her hat-trick last weekend. Brisbane City have made the 127-kilometre drive for round 2 of the FQPL 1 women's competition, as Southwest Queensland Thunder play host for the first time this year. Who will come out on top? That will be decided after the next 90 minutes or so here in Toowoomba. And it's Brisbane City running left to right as they will hold possession for the minute. Dillon looking to find Billy Murphy. Now Murphy does win the ball, but it's back in Southwest Queensland Thunder's possession. Now look to come down this right-hand side. Now here's Evans trying to control things. She'll bring it down under a touch, but it's back with Brisbane City. It'll be a That's a long throw. Southwest Queensland Thunder, as Lucy Major was there down the right-hand touchline. And she wins the throw in for her side. So Southwest Queensland Thunder in a threatening position at the moment. And it'll be a long throw from Hall, looking for Major. It's headed away. Spreadborough will win the duel, and back it goes for Ebony Kidd. Now here's Schultz leaving it for Hall, and in the end didn't quite work out as intended. And Ethan Coots will pick up the throw in for the light blue side. We do have blue against blue this afternoon. Dark blue versus light blue, as the clouds are also upon us here in Toowoomba. It's been quite fine weather all day, but We hope the rain stays away for the rest of this evening and into tonight, as of course Southwest Queensland Thunder play Logan Lightning in the QPL 1 men's competition. As this ball in behind will reach Holliott, and Holliott will clear far and long. It was a convincing win for Brisbane City last weekend after they came away with a 6-1 win against Broadbeach United at home. That was last Saturday, and they got off to a flying start in the competition. So did Southwest Queensland Thunder, for that matter, a 3-0 win over their opponents in Moreton Bay United at Walter Park. So both teams with the perfect record after round one, and looking for an ideal start to season 2023. If they can both claim a win here, that will be the goal. Of course, 3 points can only go to 1. Talking about 3 points, well, last year it was Brisbane City who took all the points off Southwest Queensland Thunder. 9, in fact, as we see a breakaway here. It was Hummels getting the ball into the box. Now it's played back. And Latham will shoot as the shot's blocked. Ashley Hummels teaming up with Latham. Hummels, first time looking to get it into the area, and it's Paravancini who does very well in defence to block that ball and send it for a corner. Ali Khan on the ball, looking to whip it, and then it's in there, the back of the net, they're headed through, and I think Ali Khan's going to claim the goal. The ball broke the plane as Holliott tried to make the stop. Here's Ali Khan's cross again. Holliott tries to make the stop. Ward is there to try and clear, but in the end, it's to no avail as Brisbane City get the first one. And it's Ali Khan doing the damage off the set piece. Just floated it in. The accuracy of that ball was quite extraordinary, as it just went over Holliott despite getting a glove. And then Ward couldn't do much at the back post. So 1-0 Brisbane City. And as I was alluding to earlier, they took all 9 points away from Southwest Queensland Thunder last year after winning their 3 fixtures. It was a 7-0 aggregate scoreline come the end of 2022. As Brisbane City had all the running, and well, Southwest Queensland Thunder will be hoping to turn the tide, but it's not the ideal start you want at home, as Brisbane City through Murphy look to work it wide, and that's Lakana's pass to Eason Coots, and Ward does well to block her pass. Delaney Sunderland back for Lucana. Looking to distribute. A lovely pass over the top, just a little heavy, as Holliott will claim that at the top of her 18-yard box. Here's Dillon chesting it down. Her pass is cut out by Ebony Kidd, and there's no one forward there to put any pressure on for Southwest Queensland Thunder. Of course, Abby Lloyd, who is back into the starting lineup, former Brisbane Roar representative, FQPL 2021 Player of the Year and Golden Boot winner. She started on the bench last weekend, and this afternoon she gets the nod in the starting 11, as she'll be looking to make a run here, Abby Lloyd, but the free kick was blown already. It was Casey Evans caught up in the challenge. Southwest Queensland Thunder. Now they'll get an attacking chance of their own. Referee Zhu Chen Zhang just pushing back Sienna Williams, ensuring she doesn't creep forward any extra meters. This ball will land at the top of the 18-yard box, and Brisbane City play through Latham. Her pass back for Sunderland, and now they get out of trouble there almost as Dylan was looking for the run of her teammate and Hallie Khan. Instead, over the white line it goes. So Southwest Queensland Thunder with their throw-in comes to no avail as Brisbane City pick it up through Stephanie Latham. Sarah Hall comes out to extinguish any threat. Now it's hit Talitha Doro. And the accuracy not there on that pass either. So both teams struggling to string together any attacking passes as we see. An example here, Abby Lloyd it was pouncing. She couldn't bring it under her control. Now Ashley Hummels down that right-hand side looking to play it through Williams, but instead it's Williams who gets the chocolates on that occasion. Now Freya trying to find a pass for Buzzo. Major to Lloyd. And Lloyd just a little clumsy in the touch. Flick on was a nice one. Talitha Doro working to try and claim it for her side. Now Dylan. Here's Murphy playing through the lines. Ashley Hummels on the right-hand side. The pass won't quite sit for her. Only made her senior debut in 2022, Ashley Hummels. And selected in the team of the year. It shows what a bright talent she is, represented Queensland, the national championships as well. So plenty of talent on display and plenty of strike down the right-hand side for Brisbane City. Khan looking for a reaching ball across the top. Tessa Buzzo putting pressure. And Buzzo's pressure pays off. Into touch it goes. Buzzo stepping inside. Now it's Doro. Plays a nice ball forward for Ella Schultz. Lloyd making the run. Lloyd tries to turn a defender. Now Abby Lloyd gets the shot away. And it was a weak effort, of course. She was pressured. In the end, did very well to manage to keep her balance and get the strike away. So we see here the turn and the shot. First real chance for Southwest Queensland Thunder. Now Ebony Kidd back to retrieve that ball, and she'll send it over the sideline. So Brisbane City with the majority of possession And the majority of chances, it's just been Southwest Queensland Thunder trying to repel them at most stages. As we see a foul here. Ella Schultz was involved, and she'll pick up the free kick for her side. That'll get him out of trouble, Southwest Queensland Thunder. Of course, still quite warm conditions here in Toowoomba. Temperature sitting at around 27 degrees. Talk about warm. Ashley Hummels has been on fire so far to start this match, as her cross doesn't quite work out as intended. Looking for the corner, and Stephanie Latham will assume so. We've already had early success, Brisbane City, off the set piece, as it's Hummels to whip it in, and this cross just off target. Holliott was back on her heels again. I'm sure she was replaying the earlier goal in her mind. As we see here, if that ball was to the other side of the post, it may have caused all sorts of trouble for Elizabeth Holliott, who represented Logan Lightning last year. Signed with Southwest Queensland Thunder for this season. Kept a clean sheet last week too, after making a few handy saves to bring home that 3-0 win for Southwest Queensland Thunder. Of course, Lucy Major scoring, and Lauren Spreadborough grabbing a double at Walter Park. Very hot conditions on that Saturday. I'm sure Tim Taylor was very pleased with his team's performance away from home, as they now find themselves down 1-0 in the opening exchanges against top of the table rivals in Brisbane City. Now Williams looking for Lloyd. Hummels' touch just can't quite reach Dillon. Now Thunder in possession. Dorro coming across field, trying to open up an angle for a pass. Hallie Khan cuts it out. Throw in for Brisbane City. Latham trying to use her body to shield the ball. And now Lloyd looking to push it past Sunderland. Just doesn't quite work out in that instance. Brisbane City will open up the field. Lakana picks out Freya. And Freya again was looking to retrieve the ball. Paravincini heading. And Billy Murphy will use the time and space to sort out her options. Latham chesting it down for Dillon, and then Dillon's pass cut out by Sienna Williams. Murphy. On for Khan. Sunderland. Finds Freya. Now Murphy. They're just holding court at the moment, Brisbane City. Happy to let the ball talk and make South West Queensland Thunder do as much running as possible. So staying very patient. And that ball, well, Abby Lloyd, if she gets a little bit of luck, she's one-on-one with Sunderland. However, it just wouldn't quite sit. We've seen it on a number of occasions for Abby Lloyd, just unable to bring the ball under her spell. As we know, she has plenty of skill and has the runs on the board to make it happen for South West Queensland Thunder. As Khan pressured by Evans. And the pressure pays off as Abby Lloyd with a bit of a clap trying to pump up her side. Sienna Williams looking to get it over Khan's head. Instead, Khan nods it down. Dylan. Look to navigate this pass out towards the left-hand flank, but it's Sarah Hall who does well in ensuring it doesn't reach the target. But Brisbane City are back in control once again. Coach David De Silva did mention that, interview done prior to this match on the Brisbane City social media. He was happy with the team's outing last weekend, but was very confident that once they begin to grasp the playing style and begin to get more confident with it, that they'll become more and more dominant against opposition, as we may be seeing early signs of that. As Khan's ball is long and over the top, and Paravancini will look for the sideline as her friend. So Brisbane City, after 20 minutes gone, it was Hallie Khan with the goal off a set piece move via a corner. And they have created the bulk of opportunities. As Latham finds Dylan. Now Freya turning. Lainey Freya looking for a little pass through. Buzzo couldn't quite make it work. And now Evans trying to release Lloyd. Here's Latham's ball. And Freya could be on. The shot saved by Holliott, cleared by Hall. There was a nice ball from Latham as she found Lainey Freya off the right boot. Holliott makes the stop, and then Ward, Sarah Hall rather, clears. You see Stephanie Latham just pulling the strings after a fantastic outing last weekend. As I mentioned earlier, scoring the hat-trick. But now it's Lloyd coming back the other way, and Lloyd's shot will trickle towards Sunderland. Go long, Ernie, go long. 2020 and 2021 NPL Queensland All-Star Stephanie Latham. You can see why she has those honours to her name. Former Capalba Bulldog player. And now plying her trade with Brisbane City. Lucana, another experienced player for this Brisbane City side. Signed from Olympic FC, of course, plenty of NPL experience with Olympic. And now she too is wearing the sky blue of Brisbane City. They've assembled a very handy squad, Brisbane City. Of course, Georgia Thompson on the bench, Charlie McLennan on the bench, Jamila Riley on the bench. They all started last weekend, so they have plenty of depth in their squad. As Casey Evans going to ground and Ella Schultz not giving up pursuit. And in the end, it works out for Thunder as they will look to apply a little bit of pressure, something they haven't been able to do in this first half. Sarah Hall, a long throw. Lloyd will keep it in with a flick over the top, looking for support and a teammate. Instead, it's Brisbane City who pounce. And now Stephanie Latham will play in Tessa Buzzo. Buzzo going forward, and then Sienna Williams does well. Buzzo looks to find Latham, and instead it all fizzles out. Brisbane City moving swiftly through the gears to create an opportunity after defending their own corner. Now the touch from Lucana, a bit heavy. Lloyd will look to turn and play in a teammate. It's Lucy Major who made the run. Now Talitha Doro. Pushes off the challenge of Murphy. Dylan there to come to the defense of City. Lucy Major gets a foot in. Now Spreadborough. And the strike from Talitha Doro was shut down very quickly, so Brisbane City once again with time and space to push the ball across their back four and open up an opportunity. There's of course only goal difference separating the two at the top. It has only been 1 week. The goal difference is what separates both sides on the ladder. As Talitha Doro's ball looking for Lloyd. They'll be headed around, and now Billy Murphy will look to play out into space and puts Hummels under a little bit of pressure. So Southwest Queensland Thunder hold field position for the moment, as we see another free kick going the way of the home side. Can they find a threatening ball into the area? It looks as though Sienna Williams will be the one to take it. Awarded Southwest Queensland Thunder Rising Star in 2022. And she'll be the one to whip in this delivery, as it will be a shallow one. And Brisbane City are looking to pounce if they can. Latham lays it off for Dylan. Dylan's first time pull to Hummels. Ashley Hummels has support. She'll look to find it, and well, very well done there from Ebony Kidd to get back and deal with the danger. Ashley Hummels, as we've mentioned, with an electric start to this match, and Kidd did very well to stop the threat of Tessa Buzzo who made the run in support. Now the corner, high and long. The head was there. Freya doing well to manoeuvre her way. Now the shot's had from Buzzo and it's blocked. Danger is still upon Southwest Queensland Thunder. Here's Murphy. Finds Buzzo. And Buzzo's ball will roll past the goal as Southwest Queensland Thunder can breathe a sigh of relief. Tessa Buzzo, the former Olympic FC representative, had a big part in that passage of play for Brisbane City, making the lung-busting run up the field and then managing to get a shot away. In the end, it wasn't on target. But still a very energetic period for Tessa Buzzo. As Holliott will leave the ground, kicking that ball forward, trying to get as many meters as possible. Here's Lloyd. And the run from Casey Evans will be offside. So when they look to have an attack of their own, Southwest Queensland Thunder, it just comes short with the flag going up. As the half an hour mark is pending. Only seconds away. And it's still 1-0 here in Toowoomba. Ali Khan with the early goal in the opening 5 minutes, but since then it's been Thunder able to hold out Brisbane City for the moment. And they have been able to manufacture a chance or two for themselves. Just looking to find that killer pass in the final third as Schultz on a run. Schultz spots support as Evans sends it into the area. Now Spreadborough finding Lloyd. Lloyd shot low and hard. It's driven straight to Sunderland, and Sunderland will make no mistake and ensure she keeps that shot out for her side. As we see the replay, Lloyd first time crack. And Sunderland does well on her line. Now Major hassling Latham for the ball. Here's Dillon. Pulling the strings for Brisbane City. Again, it's Ashley Hummels making an effort down the right-hand side. She just hasn't quite managed to get that final ball across to her standard so far, Ashley Hummels, but nonetheless creating opportunity and options for Brisbane City. She was on the score sheet last week with 2 goals as well to her name, along with Tessa Buzzo, who got a goal scoring in the 89th minute last weekend to seal the 6-1 win. As Lloyd chasing down Sunderland. Sunderland will push it to Khan. And Ashley Hummels doing very well once again. This time she couldn't penetrate the defence of Southwest Queensland Thunder. But again, causing all sorts of havoc. This isn't a new thing for Ashley Hummels. She was the second leading goal scorer for Brisbane City last year in their 2022 campaign. 10 goals for the season, as Brisbane City went unbeaten in their first 5 games of 2022. Notching up 10 wins, 3 draws, 8 losses, and finishing with a goal difference of 12 in the end. They did finish 5th. As we see a chance opening up here for Brisbane City, and the ball flashes wide. It was Holliott coming off her line as Buzzo got in behind, and that little bit of pressure just did enough. However, the flag was up and offside is the call. As I was mentioning, as Brisbane City did finish 5th, it was Southwest Queensland Thunder who only finished a position behind them in 6th in 2022. Their biggest win was a 4-0 win against the Gap in round 2. And their only managed wins against the Gap and Logan Lightning, as they didn't have as much luck as they would have liked. 2 draws, 14 losses. They have a greater intention to get those wins notched up in 2023, as Hummel's ball back on the inside. Billy Murphy it was pushing forward, and Holliott does well to get to ground and clean up the scraps. As Schultz will get the touch to fall her way, a little bit of trickery, and finds the teammate in Hall. She releases Casey Evans, and Evans will earn the throw in. Hall getting it across. Lloyd's there. Sunderland claims it. Just a minor collision between the 2 players. As we see on the replay, Hall got the ball back. It was a nice delivery into that 6-yard box. It was Sunderland who did very well, though, showing courage to come out and douse any possibility of a goal-scoring chance for Southwest Queensland Thunder, as Hummels will play it back for Khan. Now the sun is well and truly out here in Toowoomba, as the shadows start to loft across Clive Berghofer Stadium. Now Dillon, her pass with a little too much on it for Hummels. And Jessica Dillon has just been pulling the string so far for Brisbane City, former Lions FC junior and Moreton Bay United representative. She played under David De Silva at Moreton Bay United in 2021. She has been in everything good for Brisbane City so far. As Latham, running out of real estate, does very well to create a chance for her to whip the ball in, but numbers were there for Southwest Queensland Thunder. And we can notch up another tally in the corner column for Brisbane City. Ball floated in. Spreadborough got a head on it. It'll land there for Latham. Shot And it comes off the post, still in play. Until it eventually found the sideline. But it was Stephanie Latham lashing at it. Comes off the woodwork. Holliott couldn't do much apart from watch. And Brisbane City oh so close to doubling their lead. Through Stephanie Latham. What an opportunity. And again, Southwest Queensland Thunder just breathe a sigh of relief. Can't be doing that for too long as they have City on the attack once again. They just keep coming forward. Of course, in the early part of this first half, they're happy to just push the ball around, play very patient, support one another, and feel their way into the game. And now they're starting to put their pedal to the metal as Latham, with another bit of skill. Sienna Williams will take the throw in as we edge closer to half time. It's Freya playing it forward for Dylan. And now Dylan with a long-reaching ball. Hall coming back to cut it out. Hummels is there. Hummels' delivery into the area was a tricky one for Holliott, but she does well in the end to bring it under her grasp. And she'll get rid of things immediately as there's a duel there between Khan and Doro. Doro wins out. Spreadborough putting a little pressure on Murphy. Paravincini contesting for possession as Doro looks to put on some skill pass to get past Hallie Khan, but in the end it'll be a throw in for Brisbane City. There's 30 seconds remaining in normal time of this first half. A chance for some added time until the whistle sounds. The referee just has a look at his watch. And now Hall trying to get past Eason Coots. It will be a free kick for Southwest Queensland Thunder. So this might be their final opportunity. However, the halftime whistle has sounded. And it is Brisbane City through Hallie Khan in the opening 5 minutes who got the goal to put them up 1-0 going into halftime. So plenty to play for in the second 45 minutes as we head into halftime. Brisbane City 1, Southwest Queensland Thunder 0. We'll be back right after these messages.
Community. Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
Welcome back to the second half here at Clive Burkoffer Stadium in Toowoomba. 1-0 the score in favour of Brisbane City. As we have 45 minutes left to determine the winner of this one. And it's Brisbane City getting on the front foot immediately. Hummels trying to reach that ball. The pass too strong, too hard. Hall, first time pass, looking for Schultz, and Schultz will get the touch. Ellis Schultz making moves down this right-hand side. Back for Schultz. As she tries to team up in support with somebody. And in the end, it'll be a goal kick for Brisbane City. As it'll be Sunderland with the goal kick. Third season at Brisbane City. Along with Lainey Sunderland. Also her third season at the Sky Blue Club. And both been very solid in their performances in the first half. Keeping a clean sheet in the opening 45 minutes. And if it stays that way, well, City will grab all three of the points as Freya eventually will get pulled back and earns her side a free kick after riding a number of challenges. And Murphy wastes absolutely no time getting this ball forward. Zali Eason-Coots with the throw. Now Dylan's ball cut out there by Williams. It had to be, otherwise Hummels was in. And Hummels doing quite the task to try and get back possession. In the end, she crosses the line and gives away the free kick. But an enthusiastic transition from attack to defence. Spreadborough uses her height to head it down. Now Lloyd finds Hall. And Hall's pass will fly astray. It was Casey Evans who was able to keep it into the field of play. But unfortunately for Southwest Queensland Thunder, it's City who are back in possession. Murphy. Trying to find Eason-Coots. Of course, Murphy with some fantastic footballing pedigree. Joined Brisbane City for the 2023 season from Capalaba, NPL Queensland All-Stars representative in 2021. As Casey Evans does well to keep it alive for Thunder. Buzzo will eventually earn her side the throw in. Spreadborough does quite well to smother the attack and release Evans. Now it's Schultz trying to make amends in that 18-yard box. Again, Sunderland does very well. And they look to play out from the back. Lucana getting it across for Sunderland. Delaney Sunderland, that is. And now Hallie Khan. Ethan Coos trying to get it on quickly. The pressure from Casey Evans a little too much, and now Sarah Hall will pick out Evans. Dylan there to break up the play. As Hummels will use her speed, and Paravincini covering for Sienna Williams. Ashley Hummels is having a day out. Her first half was very classy, whilst her deliveries on occasions just didn't quite muster up any challenge for Holliott or the Southwest Queensland Thunder defence. She was making many a run and causing manic down the right-hand side through her speed, her skill, and her endurance. I'll be looking for more of that, Brisbane City, as the game drags on. Now Murphy winding up, the flag's up, and this attack will be null and void, despite it hitting the back of the net. We're back live as Evans, it is on the ball. Lloyd trying to use her strength to guide the ball forward for Schultz. And now Sunderland along with Dylan trying to negotiate a path forward for City. As Eason Coots provides support. Now the ball over the top for Tessa Buzzo. Cutting back in on the right foot. And now it drifts softly through the 18-yard box. Freya was there. Lainey Freya just wasn't able to reach the ball in time, and Southwest Queensland Thunder hold on once again. Of course, in the corresponding match this afternoon, Logan Lightning are up against Moreton Bay United. That kicked off at 5 p.m. And it's Logan Lightning looking for their first win of the season. So too Moreton Bay United, after they weren't able to grab an early win in season 2023, as we see both teams having a refresher. Hot conditions, as mentioned, here in Toowoomba. It's a good chance to point out for Southwest Queensland Thunder, Melanie Lloyd has been missing the last 2 years with a hip injury, and she is set to return this season. She isn't fully fit yet, but that is great news for Thunder. And Geordie Frank out injured as well. She is set to return in season 2023. So 2 big players who hope to return for the Thunder and bolster their squad. As we see the reason for the stoppage, there was an injury. And it looks as though it's Lainey Sunderland, who will make her way off the field. It is indeed Lainey Sunderland, 3rd year at Brisbane City. And unfortunately, she won't be able to see out the rest of the game, as Jamila Riley will take her place in the heart of defence, 3rd season with Brisbane City as well. So a like-for-like swap, centre-back with centre-back, and Jamila Riley, who was a part of that 6-1 win last weekend, will be a very handy replacement as Brisbane City look to guide home this last half an hour, of course, with the lead for the moment. Hummels back for Murphy, plotting it over the top for Hummels, and the flag pointing in the direction for a City throw. Here's Freya turning on a dime. Murphy comes in to help win the ball back. Now Khan laying it back for Riley. Dillon trying to pick out the pass, Jessica Dillon. Now coming forward was Kidd, who got her head on it. Now it just falls into a space in the middle of the field as Hall will come away with it. Her pass straight to Dillon. There's been mega in both defence and attack, Jessica Dillon. Now Latham with a cute pass towards Murphy. The referee playing advantage. Freya, her touch lets her down, and Southwest Queensland Thunder avoid conceding a free kick, whilst they also win the ball back. So it's a win-win for the home side. Freya trying to work it forward. Williams going toe-to-toe there with Hummels. A little bit of grit coming into Thunder's game for the moment, trying to will their way forward as the ball there from Evans finds Lloyd. Lloyd's quick release doesn't quite work out, and a yellow card is produced for Abby Lloyd. Her challenge on Billy Murphy. Not a clean one in the eyes of the ref. Just a chance to catch our breath, as it's been quite a chaotic opening 15 minutes here at Clive Berghofer Stadium, as Williams gets to the ball, and now she has options ahead of her, and again it's Jessica Dillon doing very well in that 6th position as Williams rolls it forward, and easy pickings for Sunderland. Latham, smothered by Kidd, as Ebony Kidd does very well to try and win the ball back for her side. Now this pass, a little too much pepper on it, you'd believe, as Hummels did all she could to reach it before the byline. But into touch it goes. In the earlier game this afternoon in the under-23s, it was Southwest Queensland Thunder up against Brisbane City, and Brisbane City with an emphatic victory, 7-1 the scoreline for the away side. So they'll be very pleased with that, Brisbane City, as they look to do the double here in Toowoomba. And as we have an hour tick by, they are on track to complete it. And it'll be a great season start for Brisbane City and co if they manage to come away with all 3 points here. And they'll get themselves right back into the groove for this year, as Riley didn't have many options apart from clearing it into touch. As Georgia Thompson will make her way onto the park. She started in last weekend's game against Broadbeach United, playing on the left wing, and now she'll make her appearance in the 62nd minute. As Latham gets the pass away, here's Georgia Thompson. Straight onto the field and straight into an attacking move, but the flag was up. And she's clearly disappointed by the decision, as they were running downhill, Brisbane City. Get the restart underway. A long ball. Riley there to head it away. Now Lloyd picks out Lana Harch. And she is an inclusion in this match. So too Jess Fry for Southwest Queensland Thunder, as Tim Taylor rings the changes in. Try and change the momentum and pattern of this match. Billy Murphy shut down by Spreadborough. Schultz does well, but Murphy wins it back. Now Georgia Thompson lays it off for Eason Coots. And we have another stoppage in play. Just a note on Jessica Fry, part of the women's setup in Southwest Queensland Thunder since 2016. And for Lana Harch, well, she was Southwest Queensland Thunder's top goal scorer in 2022 with 5 to her name. As here she is in action, Lana Harch, wearing the 7, strong in defence. As Schultz applying as much pressure as possible. Here's Freya. And that ball will roll onto Holliott. Spreadborough. Can't find a teammate. Murphy to Eason Coots. Now Thompson stuck against the sideline. And City win the throw. As the shot's taken on and it'll whiz wide. Bree McCarthy is also out there for Southwest Queensland Thunder. In the number 5 as she'll slot into the right back position. So Tim Taylor not wasting any time in getting fresh legs on the park. Hummels making a run, and that cross had a bit of venom on it. Holliott came out to claim it as Fry looks to use her pace, but Murphy is back to retrieve the ball for City. Thompson teams up with Eason Coots, and a free kick going the way of Brisbane City. So Billy Murphy, it will be to put her boot behind the leather as it's sitting up here for Hummels. And Brisbane City will earn themselves a corner. Another opportunity for the visitors there. Hummels, it was at the back post. They had a number of attackers in position as Murphy's ball was lofted. However, no one was able to get on the end of it, and now we have a corner. Up it goes. Spreadborough rises. Thompson will track down that ball. And she runs into some trouble and then gets herself out of it with some lovely skill. We have another free kick going the way of Brisbane City as one or two frustrated personnel for Southwest Queensland Thunder after that call. Not getting the rub of the green at the moment as the header is tried to be reeled in by Holliott. And in the end, she can't quite get there. So towards the corner we go. This is a threatening delivery. It's off the Thunder Girls. And another corner as it was Schultz and Paravincini. A mix-up, a breakdown in communication. And it almost ended in the worst-case scenario, an own goal. As a set move is on for City. The ball into the area. It's headed down by Murphy. And Holliott will get her mitts on that one. So Lloyd looking to release a player up forward. And instead, she can only find Jamila Riley. But Riley getting it back to Lloyd. Now numbers here for Southwest Queensland Thunder. Fry whips it in. Lloyd made the run. Murphy heads it down. Now Georgia Thompson pushes it out in front. Paravincini's there, and Paravincini does a mega job as she has done all afternoon, to put out any flames, any sparks that Brisbane City create. For Southwest Queensland Thunder, talking to Tim Taylor during the week, he mentioned this year our goal is to play finals football and rebuild our reputation to show that we can compete on the highest level. And they're looking for a equaliser here, Southwest Queensland Thunder, as so far they haven't had the run of play, but they've been able to hold on as they look for the equaliser in this closing 20 minutes. Unless Brisbane City have something to say about that and create a goal of their own, as Hummels looks to whip it in. The cross is blocked. Hummels still going. Finds Thompson. Thompson tries to weave her magic, but McCarthy's there to close out the attack. Thompson cutting in field. A great challenge there by Ebony Kidd. And now it's Dylan playing it forward for Freya. Here's Hummels. Hummels' first time shot will be deflected for a corner. As these two will meet again in May. And that one will be at the home of Brisbane City. And then their third fixture will take place in July as this corner's whipped in. Spreadborough does well to get back and help out Holliott. As the ball's flinged in one more time, and Holliott will come off her line to greet it. So they do face each other 3 times, of course, as I mentioned, in May and then again in July. That one will be back here at Clive Berghofer Stadium. But until then, we have a game on our hands right here, right now. 1-0 the scoreline. Ali Khan, all that separates these two sides as Fry tries to head it on. Spreadborough and McCarthy try to retrieve the ball back for Thunder. It's now back to Holliott. He hits it forward, hits it clear, and Schultz looking for a runner on the inside as Talitha Doro came crashing in. Now Lana Harch working across field to earn the ball back for her team, as that ball from Hummels just couldn't quite find Freya. And after this one for Southwest Queensland Thunder, it's a run of away games against Broadbeach United and Logan Lightning. They're back at home on the 22nd of April to play Western Pride. And they're away to Robina City and Virginia United in that stretch. They just have 2 home games in the opening 7 rounds to Southwest Queensland Thunder. And as I just rattled off, their next 5 matches consist of 4 away games. So they won't be back here at Clive Berghofer Stadium for some time, or with any consistency, of course, as these 3 points could turn out to be pivotal in the makeup of their season. That's for Brisbane City. Well, they have a string of home games. They're at home next week against Logan Lightning, and then have an away match, but then 3 home games on the trot. And they have 8 consecutive home games from rounds 5 to 12. So these 3 points, conversely, could be major for Brisbane City in their chances. But now we see the run from Sienna Williams, and Jamila Riley got across to cut it out. Talking about pivotal 3 points, it's City with the lead who will take them, but Southwest Queensland Thunder are coming. Of course, 15 minutes left in this match. What can they conjure up, the home side? The ball whipped in. Spreadborough it was at the back post. She couldn't quite get her head on that flight. Now Brisbane City will be asked to come out of trouble deep inside their own half. Eason Coots will be asked to retake it. Here's Lloyd. Eason Coots shuts her down. Now Thompson finds Latham. Latham spots the run of Thompson. Thompson's been very energetic since her inclusion in this match, as Lloyd was into open pasture, but the flag goes up. Not for the first time today of Southwest Queensland Thunder just been a yard or 2 in front, causing the flag to be triggered, as Brisbane City will take their time in retrieving the ball and getting play back underway. As we edge closer to the full-time whistle, Brisbane City will just look to employ some game management techniques. Of course, taking their time on all stoppages, ensuring they aren't rushing things along. As we see Bridget Fraser, who will be called into action. And it's Talitha Dorrow to make way for her. So Bridget Fraser onto the park. An exciting talent from the TFL, the Toowoomba Football League. And now gets her chance for the top spot in FQPL 1 here with Southwest Queensland Thunder. As we see Freya handed out a yellow card for just trying to slow proceedings down. Our second yellow card of the match. I'm sure while they do have the lead, there is still plenty of time remaining in this match, so I don't think they want to call it too early, Brisbane City. Otherwise, if they're not careful, Southwest Queensland Thunder could level the scoreline and make that trip home a little more difficult. But for the moment, of course, they are in front on the scoreboard. As Hummels puts her foot down, Ebony Kidd saw she was coming and deals with it accordingly. Billy Murphy it was receiving the throw in, and here she is again. Gets it along to Hummels. And now Paravincini is the one to clear. Here's Freya. Murphy. Fry cuts out the pass. And now Fry will ask Ella Schultz to do the running. And she can't quite get there as Brisbane City look to play out, and it's Freya's touch just letting her down. Now Lana Harch. Moves on the ball nicely. And Brisbane City running out of real estate, so we're into the final 10 minutes of this one. The first goal coming an age ago now in the 5th minute to Hallie Khan. And since then it has been Brisbane City with the run of play who have created the majority of opportunities. But can Southwest Queensland Thunder pinch that all-important goal, or will it be City to either run this home 1-0 or secure the 3 points with another goal? And throw in. We'll breeze over for a goal kick, so Holliott gets play moving once again. Brisbane City put on the pressure. It's a shot from Thompson, and Georgia Thompson doubles the advantage for Brisbane City with a lovely strike. A muddle up coming out of their own end, Southwest Queensland Thunder. Just looking to take that extra risk, considering the scoreboard pressure. Georgia Thompson in the right place at the right time and curls it towards the top left-hand corner. Holliott couldn't reach it, and it's 2-0 to Brisbane City. Now Murphy for Latham, and Murphy offside. So that was the talking point rolling into the last 10 minutes. Did City have another goal to put some insurance on this lead, or was it Southwest Queensland Thunder to fight back and level the scoreline? Well, it's the former, and it was Georgia Thompson. Seven minutes remaining in this one. Southwest Queensland Thunder with it all to do here at home as McCarthy looks to play out. Latham was the one putting on plenty of pressure. She keeps the ball in play. Thompson it is again. Thompson's shot blocked. Now Freya playing it back. Here's Dillon. Now Murphy. Murphy's ball over the top, looking for Hummels, and Holliott's there. She didn't have a clean grip on the ball, but in the end, she's able to bring it under her possession. Now, Lana Harch can only find Willow Lakana. We'll have more substitutions as we tick closer to full time. Here's Freya lofting it up. Latham goes to ground. Thompson tries to keep it in, but instead it'll run over the sideline. It'll be an almighty comeback if Southwest Queensland Thunder can drag a point or three out of this one. We have seen it done before, but it's going to take something special here, as Brisbane City have been in control for the majority of proceedings. As Paravancini just smashes it forward, hoping for the best. And the goal kick is how play will resume. So Murphy gets the touch on. As Jamila Riley, pressured there by Fraser. And Jamila Riley does well to see things safely for Brisbane City. Stephanie Latham back for Murphy. Now Thompson to use her pace. Holliott coming off her line. As time will tick. Brisbane City in no rush to continue this game as Latham gets around her defender. Holliott cleans up. One way forward for Southwest Queensland Thunder, as it's Lloyd and Fraser up top with the task of finding the back of the net if possible. Zakana sees that over the sideline. Now McCarthy with a long throw. Spreadborough gets her head on it. And again, time will slow down once Brisbane City have things under control and restart play. As they've had plenty of standout performers tonight. Jessica Dillon, one who just played puppet master in the middle of midfield. She was dispatching balls left, right and centre, looking for her attacking options, and played a great hand in plenty of attacking moves for Brisbane City, but whilst also able to do it on the defensive end. She was calm, composed, cut out plenty of play, and ensured her side had the majority of possession. As Latham loses out control. And now Schultz will look to run away, but Jamila Riley's there, and Riley will concede the challenge and earn her side the throw in. Of course, Billy Murphy wearing the number 6. She had a tremendous game, very few errors. Ashley Hummels on that far right-hand side. She was in absolutely everything this afternoon. Her work rate through the roof. So an all-round very good performance for Brisbane City. Of course, Stephanie Latham hitting the post in the first half. So 2 could well and truly have been 3. As Thompson finds Murphy, and now Sunderland will kick it clear. And I'm sure for David De Silva, he'd be very happy with this away trip and this performance from his side. Backing up a 6-1 drumming of Broadbeach United. As time has expired, it will be now up to the discretion of the referees as to how long remains. A look at the watch. As one little battle to diffuse here between Latham and McCarthy. We just hold up play for that little bit longer. Ensuring there's no untoward action going on. There'll be another throw in for Brisbane City. As again, the two will get a talking to, and I'm sure a watchful eye will be placed. Is it one last effort for Southwest Queensland Thunder? Murphy does well. There's Lana Harch now. Looks to move things forward for Thunder. Harch lining up her shot, and Harch's shot will run wide as we click over the 92nd minute. And that will be that. It's a fourth consecutive win for Brisbane City against Southwest Queensland Thunder. And more importantly, in season 2023, 1-0 turns to 2-0 for Brisbane City. Goals to Hallie Khan in the first 5 minutes. A set play off a corner, and it was Thompson who buried the sealer with a curling effort in towards the top corner to make this scoreline 2-0. A valiant effort from Southwest Queensland Thunder, but it is Brisbane City who come away with all 3 points, who come away with the win, and will enjoy their bus trip home back to Brisbane, as next week they look to face Logan Lightning back at home. But David De Silva will be very happy with this one, as things have wrapped up here in Toowoomba at Clive Berghofer Stadium. Of course, plenty of football to be played tonight and tomorrow across the leagues for Football Queensland, so be sure to catch them on FQTV. But this one has wrapped up here in Toowoomba, as it is Southwest Queensland 0, defeated by Brisbane City 2. Goodbye for now.